Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something I think a lot of people are curious about. What's the sweet spot for TikTok video length?
Yeah. How long should they actually be?
Exactly. And for you listening, if you want to get information quickly, understanding how platforms like TikTok grab attention is, well, it's pretty vital now, isn't it? Whether it's for work, trends, or just knowing how stuff spreads.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of getting noticed, if boosting your social media is something you're looking into, you might check out rapidboost.net. They've got some tools there.
Okay.
But yeah, our main mission today is really to dig into the data, the insights on TikTok video length and what actually works for engagement.
Definitely. And we've looked at quite a bit of information. It shows how things have changed, the length limits, and what seems to be working right now in 2024.
Because it has changed, hasn't it? It feels like it used to be all super, super short.
Oh, absolutely. When TikTok first launched back in 2018, the limit was just 15 seconds. That was it.
Wow, 15 seconds?
Yeah. It really forced creators to be incredibly direct, punchy, get the message across instantly.
No room for waffle.
None at all. Then they expanded it, right, to 60 seconds.
Yeah, and then 3 minutes, and now it's even longer.
That's right, up to 10 minutes now, which is a huge leap.
10 minutes. That's practically YouTube territory.
Exactly. And that seems to be part of the strategy. TikTok wanted to attract different kinds of creators, maybe ones doing more detailed storytelling, tutorials, that sort of thing. People maybe coming over from YouTube.
So are people actually watching 10-minute videos on TikTok? It feels counterintuitive for the platform.
Well, the data shows that longer videos, say over 60 seconds, are actually being watched more in 2024 than before, so there's an appetite, it seems.
Okay.
And this is important, completion rates, they still really favor the shorter stuff. People are just, much more likely to watch a whole 15 or 30-second video than a 5-minute one.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Your thumb is always hovering, ready to swipe, commitment levels low.
Right. And that feeds directly into the algorithm.
The algorithm. Always the algorithm.
Always. Its main job is keeping users watching. So while length matters a bit, what it really cares about is watch time, like the percentage of your video people watch.
Right, percentage watched.
And other interactions too, of course. Likes, shares, comments, even rewatches. A short video that gets watched 100% through might do way better than a long one people bail on after 20 seconds.
Okay, so let's break it down. What's the case for sticking to those really short ones, like 15 to 30 seconds? The originals.
That's TikTok's foundation, really. Instant entertainment. Fits the feed perfectly. The big wins are those high completion rates, algorithm gold, like we said. And they're just so easy to share. Think viral dances, quick tips, life hacks. That's their sweet spot.
So if there's a trending sound or a meme going around?
Go short. Absolutely. Jump on it quick, make it shareable. For businesses, too, it's great for, quick teasers, little behind-the-scenes glimpses, peak interest fast.
You mentioned Chipotle in the notes. What did they do right?
Yeah, Chipotle is a good example. They did these 15, 20-second life hack type videos.
Yeah.
And remember the hashtag walk dance?
Vaguely, yeah.
That blew up because it was super short, easy for anyone to copy and share. Massive user participation. That's the power of short.
So to nail a short video, what are the keys?
For second, gotta hook them instantly. No slow intros.
Right.
Keep the message tight, focused. Cut everything else out. And ask for interaction, use captions, on-screen text, like if you agree, that kind of thing.
Okay. What about the middle ground? Say 30 to 60 seconds. Is that a useful length?
Oh, definitely. It's a really good balance, I think. You get a bit more time to, explain something or tell a mini story, but you're not asking for a huge time commitment.
So more room than 15 seconds, but less risk of people dropping off than, say, 5 minutes.
Exactly. It's versatile, good for explainers, how-tos where you need to show a few steps, brands demonstrating a product maybe.
What else works well there?
Mini vlogs are popular in that range, like Get Ready With Me or a day in my life snippets. Gives a bit more personality, connection, without being too long.
And there was some data on this length performing well.
Yeah, the Influencer Marketing Hub study from early 2024, they found videos under 60 seconds got, on average, 70% higher engagement than videos over 3 minutes.
Wow, 70% is significant.
It really is, especially for smaller accounts, those under 10K followers. The data strongly suggested sticking under a minute was beneficial for them.
Okay, good tip for those starting out or growing. So for this medium length, any specific advice?
Yeah, even in 45 seconds, have a bit of a story arc, a beginning, middle, and even a simple one. Hook, core message, takeaway.
Right.
And editing needs to be tight. Cut out pauses, ums, ahs, anything that feels slow. Keep the pace up.
Okay, let's shift gears to the long stuff. 1 to 10 minutes. That feels like a different beast on TikTok. Why the move?
Well, like we touched on, it's about broadening the platform's appeal, attracting creators doing deeper dives, more substantial content.
Competing with YouTube, essentially.
In a way, yeah. And maybe fostering deeper engagement from users who do want to sit and watch something longer from a creator they follow closely.
What are the actual advantages of going long on TikTok?
Space. You just have more space for in-depth storytelling, complex explanations, detailed tutorials, interviews. It lets creators really establish authority, build trust, show their expertise.
What kind of content shines here?
Educational stuff, work science explainers, finance deep dives, history lessons, also narrative or documentary styles, and really detailed product reviews like tech or beauty where you need time to show everything.
You mentioned a beauty influencer, Nikki Tutorials.
Yeah, Nikki Tutorials is a great case study. Her TikTok growth really took off when she started doing these longer, like 2 to 5 minute makeup transformations.
Okay.
People love the detail, the step-by-step. Even though they were long for TikTok, her editing and personality kept people hooked. It showed long can work if the content justifies it.
But it must be risky, right? Going long. People have short attention spans.
Oh, absolutely. That's the main risk. Audience drop-off. Fewer people will finish a 10-minute video than a 30-second one, statistically. If it's not super engaging the whole way through, you'll lose them.
So if you do decide to make a longer TikTok, how do you keep people watching? What are the best practices?
Hooks are non-negotiable. The first few seconds have to be incredibly compelling. Front-load the value. Tell them why they should stick around.
Right, got to grab them immediately.
Definitely. Using text overlays like chapter markers can help too. Guide the viewer. Part 1, the problem. Part 2, the solution. Something like that.
Okay, that makes sense.
And scripting and editing have to be ruthless. Cut the fluff, the rambling. Every second has to count. No dead air.
This is super helpful. So it really sounds like there's no single best length. It depends.
Exactly. It depends heavily on your goal, first off. Are you going for mass awareness? Short might be better, deeper engagement or education. Longer could work if done well.
And your audience and niche matter too, right?
Yeah, hugely. What does your audience respond to? Comedy fans might prefer quick hits. People following a history creator might be happy with 5 minutes. You need to know your specific audience.
And then there's the algorithm again, always watching that.
Yeah.
Watch time.
Always. Remember, it's relative watch time, the percentage watched. A 20-second video watched 90% is often better than a 5-minute video watched 20%.
So check your analytics, see where people drop off.
Absolutely crucial. That tells you if your intros are weak or if your videos are just dragging on too long. Use that data.
And finally, just keeping an eye on trends.
Yeah, the platform itself changes. What's popular, what formats are trending that can influence length too. A specific challenge might demand a short video. A new storytelling trend might favor something longer. You got to be flexible.
Okay, so boiling it all down, what's the strategy? How should someone listening figure this out for their content?
Experiment. Analyze. Adjust. That's the loop.
Okay.
Try different lengths. Post a 20-second version, maybe a 45-second one. See what the analytics say. Which one gets better watch time, better engagement.
So don't just guess, actually test it.
Test it. A/B testing different lengths of similar content can be really insightful. Let the data guide you, then iterate.
And maybe think about segmenting by content type, like have general guidelines in mind.
Yeah, that's a good starting point. Like maybe quick trends, tips, memes, keep them short, 15, 30 seconds. Tutorials, stories, mini vlogs, maybe 30, 60 seconds, perhaps a bit more if needed.
Okay.
And then the really in-depth stuff, education, reviews, interviews, that's where you might push into the 2 10-minute range, but only if you're confident your audience is there for it. Know your audience.
Got it. So wrapping this up, the main takeaway seems to be there's no magic number.
No magic number. It's all about alignment, aligning your video length with your specific content, your goals, and what your audience actually engages with.
We've seen the power of short for grabbing attention, medium for balancing story and brevity, and long for building depth and authority.
Exactly. Each has its place. The key is making every second count, no matter the length. Use your analytics, test things out, and be ready to adapt as TikTok keeps evolving.
Great advice. So for everyone listening, as you're scrolling or planning your next video, think about this. How can you use time strategically? How long does your message really need? Maybe playing with length is the key to your next big hit. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.